Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Yeah, I know we are all very happy about small price action these days because the market is just not doing much. Again, today, one of the most boring days we've had in a while. Ethereum going up a little bit just now, but it's not doing anything to the chart. It is not invalidating any patterns. It doesn't give us any clarity. It doesn't give us any bottoming signal. Few things to talk about in this UK late night update here. We have 5 waves up into a wave 1. We are working on the 3 waves down in a wave 2 at the moment. Price of ETH has already dropped off this swing high on the 14th of July considerably into the support area. And we're waiting for a sign that the low is in. Okay, at the moment I don't have this sign or signal, and indeed primarily I would expect price to go a little lower. If it goes up from here, fair enough. A few people seem to be concerned it could already go up. Well, I don't really believe it at this stage. It would already go up, but of course it can. And going up from here in a third wave rally is exactly what we expect. Okay, essentially, and maybe that sometimes isn't really what's coming across in these videos, we are waiting for further downside potentially on the shorter time frame. That's still the expectation until we see a signal that the rally is starting. Bear in mind, we have 5 waves up into a target area back then, yeah? Then we already have a fairly incomplete looking corrective structure that reached our target area for this wave 2. The wave 2 doesn't need to come down any lower. I hope that's very clear. It doesn't need to go any lower. If it had to go any lower, I wouldn't have started to scale in already. Okay, so from that point of view, whenever they reach these support areas, it can rally. Okay, it can go. The idea is to get a third wave rally at some point in the near future to $2,500 plus. And as you know how it is, typically when these rallies happen, especially after weeks and weeks and weeks of low volatility consolidation, these rallies can be very quick and fast and rapid, and a lot of people will chase. And just when they chase and want to get a position, that's when we start to see a very, very boring wave 4. Then they think it's over and they will sell at the bottom of wave 4 because it has been so boring. And then the wave 5 happens and they buy again. And you know how it works, yeah? The idea is, look, if it goes up from here, it has fulfilled our primary scenario. The chart has done over the last few weeks pretty much exactly what we wanted. It created our 5 wave move up and we have pulled back into support. The micro count, as you know, can morph and change easily because we are likely working on an ending diagonal. So the micro count can change. You can get a few distortions. We may have to make some changes to the micro level. And primarily, I don't expect the low is in already. I still expect it to go lower in the short term, at least 1 or 2 more lows. But I know how this market works, right? And that is why I started to scale in already. I have seen comments in today, yesterday, that apparently everybody is expecting lower lows, okay, including myself, because the price action just simply doesn't suggest anything different. However, you need to understand the context, and the context suggests that this setup here would allow Ethereum to go to $2,500 plus. So while everything is expecting lower lows in the short term, and ourselves, us included, we are very much open to the idea that it can rally from here because the Fibonacci levels and Elliott Wave is giving us the levels from where such a rally can start. And we have already entered that area. And that area is between 1875 to 1713. And we have already come down to 1835. Now, primarily because of any because of any clear evidence really, that price has bottomed already, I still look at further downside. And also because I want to see the wave 2 typically reach the 50% retracement at least. And to be honest, it missed it by just sort of like $8 to $10, but it missed it. So I would still like to see that clearer wave 2 in which price forms one more low, at least, maybe two, but one would be great. And from there we can then really take off. We could already go from here, but I just don't have the clear evidence. And as I said, there are two possibilities. Either you are scaling into these areas. If you want to trade that next wave up, either you are scaling into these support areas with a certain amount of what you want to invest, okay? And then you can always add to your trade once it's turning around with the tight stop, or you are waiting for confirmation that the turnaround is happening. Then you have to wait for 5 waves up and 3 waves down. The problem is when after such a consolidation, Ethereum is going to make one more high, like 5 waves up, right? It can already have moved maybe 10%. So that's sort of how it works, okay? So just be aware of that. That is the decision every trader needs to take for themselves. But there isn't really any more clarity I could give you here on the lower time frame. I think we are in this C wave down. The C wave is a 5 wave move. Within the C wave, we are in the 3rd wave. And yeah, so we're just waiting for it to come down lower. This is not yet an impulse or anything to the upside. It's not even in a diagonal. It is very clearly only a 3 wave move. Maybe it becomes a 5 wave move, but it's too early for that. And then we can always look, do we get a 3 wave pullback? And then maybe we have our first setup for higher. But until then, no change at all. Very boring price action. And yeah, I think for me also nothing changes on this chart until we break above resistance at 1888. Even if we get above that level, there wouldn't be any formal invalidation until we break above 1906. Okay, that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.